There's something very exclusive about your energy. You have a very exclusive energy. It's hard to get into your energy. People want to get into your energy. It is very exclusive. You are very exclusive. You're very exclusive. The Knights of Malta could be watching over you. Cult leaders. There's an information flood right here. The Knights of Malta, Sovereign Military Order of St. John. Some of these could be significant for you. The Sovereign Military Order of St. John. St. John could have some sort of significance in your life. Somebody could be named John. The Knights of Malta. There's some sort of information flood. It was done overseas by a cult leader. There's a manipulation tactic cult leader that's doing an information flood. It is a manipulation tactic. Information flood, manipulation tactic from an overseas cult leader. I know this has to do with those PDF files. I know that's what it has to do with. When you flood with so much information that you have to weed through it, it's hard to believe the things that are actually true. There's things in there that are very important. You have to sort through all of these other things. With all these other things and like this, all this crazy, nasty, weird nonsense, it's hard to find a needle in a haystack. There's a needle in the haystack. They threw a whole effing haystack at it. That's what they did. That's what I'm seeing here. You're gonna be moving to a new country, collective. Somebody's moving to a new country. Somebody could be moving overseas. Like moving to a new country and overseas. Somebody could be moving to a new country. There could be a cult leader that's trying to move to a new country because there's a RICO case. They flooded the information. I see that too. There's some sort of experimental weed. Experimental weed. Y'all, they're putting experimental in the, guys, they're doing that. So keep an eye out for that if you use any of that. This could be something from your past as well. Maybe none of y'all do that now. Maybe in the past, a little bit something, and you felt all weird and crazy, went to other planets or something like that. Something that there was experimental stuff in there. They showed me this. They showed me so much of this through this portal. Experimental. I was like, freaking God, is that where like a lot of my abilities came from? That's crazy, y'all. That's some crazy stuff. But they were showing me that. They put something in your drink. Watch out to make sure that they didn't put something in your drink. This could have happened to you a long time ago. It could have been something in your drink or your food, or your water was not safe. They could be doing this now. I know they're doing this in America. They are poisoning the food. This might be why you're gonna move to another country, because your knowledge is forbidden. This is why they keep sending you this evil eye. This is why, because you have these abilities, you can see what they've been hiding. Now you're doing something about it, collective. You're saying something, you're talking on it. Because some of you guys are influencers, or you're meant to be influencers. The whole idea with this, I don't mean that you're out there just doing brand partnerships and stuff like that. What I mean is you're influencing how people think and feel. They look to you for guidance and things like that. For some of you guys, you're sharing this information that you have about what's been going on. That's what you're influencing the collective, the timeline. You're changing the timeline. This is why they said it was forbidden. This is why you have all this evil eye protection around you, right? Because these people could have been trying to put something in your food or something in your drink, or doing something to the water that was not safe. They could have been poisoning the food. They're definitely doing that here in America. This information flood with this manipulation tactic to flood the information. You deserve to be paid to exist. Because your energy is electric. Everything is free. All of it is free. They wiped it all out. They wiped it all out. They wiped our memories so that we wouldn't know. They made us pay for everything. It was free. It's like unending profit for them. Unending profit, and puts us in slavery. Because you're paid to exist. You're gonna be paid to exist. People lose their shit over you because you just throw rabbit holes at people. Where you just have them going down rabbit holes, collective. There was a false spiritual leader here. There was a false spiritual leader. They could have been doing some long distance healing, or you can do this long distance healing. There was a false spiritual leader. There's many of them. They're showing up now. A lot of them are showing up now. You are a bridge between heaven and earth. You're connected to ancient Egypt. Kemet, Hathor, Anubis, Isis, Thoth, Ra, Sekhmet. These could be energies that you work with. These could be energies within yourself that you work with. These could be energies you work through initiation. This could be from a past life. There could be some connection to the pyramids. To the ibis. I'm just hearing ibis, that's Thoth, right? I was seeing Isis, I was hearing and seeing ibis, right? There's a magician or a musician or rapper or singer about something about ancient Egypt, connected to ancient Egypt. Some of you guys could be a musician. I keep saying magician, but there could be a magician here. Some of you guys could be a musician, a rapper, or a singer that's connected to ancient Egypt. I'm actually seeing the Katy Perry song with the Dark Horse song. With the ancient Egyptian stuff there could be something about that. There also could be something about that connected to the cult, also the RICO case. I see that here. They can't compete where they don't compare, collective. They can't compete where they don't compare. Nothing compares to you when you are being your true, authentic self, because you have a one-of-one special talent. And when you're being yourself, no one can compare to that because no one is like you. No one is like you. They can try. They can try to mimic your words. They can try to mimic how you dress. They can try to mimic your energy. The thing is, you have a frequency that they cannot match. You're on a frequency that they cannot match. They can't match that. When you keep evolving, they just fall behind. They don't know what to do. It's not like they can grow in their mimicry. They can just mimic what's in front of them. When you keep changing, they get a little lost. There could be a crash out from a Jezebel for that happening right now. You might see this on YouTube as a reflection.